I would suggest to the task force to make a statement to whether or not really to pag magdating itong Omicron na to, since we have a dearth of data dito sa in the meantime, prudence would just dictate that maybe we'll be strict again, that kayo ang task force. You have to sort it out whether we have to reimpose the shield. Kasi nakadagdag talaga.
Pag pumasok po yung Omicron at tumaas yung alert level, i-impose po din natin. Para po sa layman's term, yung patient po parang payong. Pag malakas ang ulan, nagpapayong po tayo. Pero pag wala ng ulan, itabi lang muna yung payong. Pero pag uulan o kaya nakita natin na maulap, dadala po ng payong. So, andun pa rin po siya sa ating policy. But of course, it will change kung may makapasok na Omicron.
The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Senator Bong Go withdraws from the presidential race. Go made the announcement via live stream just about an hour ago. The senator said this is not yet his time, and this is what's best for President Duterte. Go revealed that even his family was against his presidential bid, and he added that he is willing to sacrifice for the benefit of the people. Recall that Go initially filed his candidacy for vice president, but eventually withdrew his COC for VP to run for the country's top post. Go's party, meanwhile, has yet to issue a statement on whether they will support another presidential.
I realize that my heart and my mind are contradicting my own actions. Talagang nagre-resist po ang aking katawan, puso at isipan. Yun po yung mga rason ko. That is why I am withdrawing from the race.
Meanwhile, COMELEC spokesperson James Jimenez says the commission has yet to receive an official withdrawal from Go. He also noted that the COMELEC's legal department cannot accept withdrawals today since it's a holiday. Personal appearance will also be required for the filing of withdrawal of COC. However, Jimenez clarified that should Go push through with his withdrawal, he will no longer be entitled to substitution. The government is eyeing the possibility of giving COVID-19 booster shots for the A4 category in December due to the threat of the Omicron variant. Vaccines czar Carlito Galvez Jr. said the national government is accelerating the timeline for the administration of booster shots to essential workers now that the country has enough vaccines. Galvez said the country has about 142 million doses of COVID vaccines, and it could be opened to those part of the A4 category that have been vaccinated 6 months ago. He added that the Omicron variant could enter the country in December or January. Meanwhile, NTF Against COVID-19 spokesperson Restituto Padilla revealed that the government has completed receiving Sinovac vaccines. However, in an interview with Radyo 5, Padilla said that the remaining Sinovac doses would be prioritized for areas that do not have proper cold storage facilities.
Wala na pong delivery galing sa Sinovac. Tapos na po yung kontrata doon. Tayo naman, pinamahagi na natin po itong mga bakunang ito sa mga lugar na hindi kayang magsuporta sa mga sensitibong bakuna. So karamihan po dyan ay wala silang angkop na storage facility para suportahan ang Moderna o Pfizer. So sila po na nagiging priority na tumanggap nito.
The health department says they're taking lessons from past COVID-19 surges in preparing for the looming Omicron threat. DOH Disease Prevention and Control Bureau Director Dr. Beverly Ho agrees with other experts that it's only a matter of time before Omicron reaches the Philippines. And because of this, she appeals for Filipinos to get their vaccines. And she also said that the government should remember early surge measures like preparing enough health facilities, testing and tracing.
like last time, di ba? Ang preparation is, meron tayong mga oxygen tanks, meron ba tayong mga lugar na magpapahiram ng health workers from one place to another, di ba? Alam na ba natin yung mga telemedicine, no? Nakaset up na ba yun para if people feel symptoms, may tatawagan na sila, hindi sila matatakot mag-flood sa hospital.
President Duterte slams lawmakers for criticizing the rules being issued by the executive department. In his meeting with medical experts last night, Duterte said congressmen are typically overzealous about, quote, doing everything by legislation. He said the lawmaking process takes too long, especially with the pandemic in the backdrop. Duterte said his time in law school taught him that during times of crisis, Congress should be lenient with letting the president act with urgency.
In the absence of a law, and there is really a pressing need for presidential intervention, the president can issue rules and regulations in the meantime na walang batat.
As the Omicron variant alarms the world and prompts travel restrictions, there appears to be no panic in South Africa. Koleko Siweli reports in Scenes of Calm in Johannesburg on Bloomberg Quick Day.
My name is Koleko Siweli with Bloomberg News, and I'm in Sandton City Mall today. While the rest of the world is cutting off South Africa from traveling, people in the country seem to be very chilled about the new variant. The mall is full. You know, people are going about with their normal Christmas shopping. Don't really seem scared. The president held a national address. A lot of people were expecting that since the identification of COVID variant Omicron, the president would tighten the COVID-19 regulations that are already in place in South Africa. To the delight of many, this didn't happen, but the president did urge the people of South Africa to get vaccinated. A lot of people believe that because they've been vaccinated, they shouldn't have to go under more strict regulations, but then those people who refuse to get vaccinated and still haven't been vaccinated should be the ones that are put under stricter regulations.
The city of Antipolo announces that they have reached herd immunity weeks before the Christmas season. The LGU gives the holidays a warm welcome by lighting up its giant Christmas tree. Arian Columbian with the story.
Christmas is in the air here in Antipolo, Rizal as the city lights up its giant Christmas tree at the Sumulong Park. The Christmas tree stands 44 feet tall, so if you visit Antipolo for the holidays, you surely won't miss it. Not only is it a feast for the eyes, it's also environmentally friendly. This tree is made up of 37,000 recycled bottles. The Christmas installation was even made more colorful by this LED fountain backdropped with fireworks. Because of the youthful atmosphere, many of the plaza's visitors brought along their children.
Ngayon lang po nakalabas-labas, syempre matagal tayong na-pending kaya medyo excited po talaga.
Some visitors, on the other hand, went to the Antipolo Church to pray for the pandemic to end. Devotees are praying for the country, especially now that a new variant has been detected overseas.
Wala na yung COVID. Talagang ang hirap. Pasalamat kami. Nakakalabas na yung bata.
The Antipolo LGU announced it has vaccinated almost 70% of its population. This means people from Metro Manila are now welcome to celebrate their holidays in the city.
Na-reach na namin yung aming herd immunity, kaya meron tayong pagsasama-sama ganito.
For now, the Antipolo LGU is preparing its guidelines for the upcoming Misa de Gallo and other activities this holiday season. Authorities also have a reminder for residents and visitors.
Para po natin ma-enjoy ang ating ang Kapaskuhan na ito, ating lamang pong susundin ang noon pa man ay dapat na natin ginagawa para maiwasan ang pagkalat ng COVID.
Arian Kalumbiran, We Are One News.
Here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. Metro Manila and several other areas remain under Alert Level 2 until mid-December. The government says face shields may soon make a comeback if the Omicron variant enters the country. And the Octa Research Group warns some vaccines may not be effective against the Omicron variant. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.